Today, we're talking about a case of total ignorance and poor decisions, one after the other, right? So, roughly a month ago, in Tampa, Florida, rapper Coolio Foolio was shot and killed. Despite what the internet believes, while leaving comments on Instagram, things like that, it is possible for other people to use your Instagram after you pass. That's what's happening, people. There is no voodoo. He is not alive. Rest assured, he is dead. Anyways, he is in Tampa Bay celebrating his birthday when he is ambushed in between a Holiday Inn and another hotel. He tries to get away. We are in 2024. There are cameras everywhere. You think you're being safe? You're not. There's traffic cameras. There's cameras on businesses. Everything is being captured in 4K for the audience to watch. And let me tell you, this whole thing is videoed as good as a Tubi movie. We're talking 4K. This thing looks like it's a whole police setup, okay? So they get the video, they release the video, and we'll show some clips over here in the side, or we'll go ahead and just put it over my dumb face. What has been found out is what a lot of internet speculation has been thinking and been on the ride with, is that he was backdoored. He was set up. One of the arrests is a female. She was texting the location to the other suspects, the alleged suspects, even though it is pretty much captured. Your cell phone pings regardless of, if you're using it or not. It's going to ping. It's going to hit a cell phone tower every about 10 seconds. You got that cell phone on you, you're getting pinged. If you're going to do a crime, don't take your cell phone with you. And now Pickle is going to lay some facts on you as far as the specifics, who was involved, and then I'll get back to you guys and let you know exactly what these people are facing.
Officials say 26-year-old Charles Jones, better known as Coolio Foolio, was hunted down in Tampa by people who were members of or affiliated with rival gangs while he was in town celebrating his birthday. The Jacksonville rapper was murdered on June 23rd at a cluster of hotels located at 11606 McKinley Drive near USF. At 4:38, three shooters exited a vehicle and walked in the direction of the hotel. They murdered Jones with a handgun and two rifles. This barrage of gunfire also struck three additional victims who miraculously survived this incident, said Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkhall. The Tampa Police Department says the feud between 6 Block, the gang Jones was part of, and its rival gang, ATK and 1200, has spanned over a decade, with dozens of murders by and against both sides. 21-year-old Isaiah Chance, 21-year-old Alicia Andrews, 18-year-old Sean Gathright, 27-year-old Davion Murphy, and 30-year-old Rashad Murphy are all accused of playing a role in Jones' death. Investigators say Chance and Andrews tracked down Jones and his entourage to two separate locations before the ambush. Rashad Murphy, Davion Murphy, and Gathright were identified as the shooters, according to officials. Chance, Andrews, and Gathright were arrested over the weekend in Jacksonville. Rashad Murphy surrendered just after midnight after hours of negotiation, according to deputies. He's charged with the following: murder in the first degree, 1 count; conspiracy, murder in the first degree, 1 count; attempted murder in the first degree, 3 counts. Detectives are still working to track down Davion Murphy and ask anyone with information to call the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
As you know, if you've watched any of our previous videos, we've covered some things in Florida, multiple things, multiple incidents. Florida's a crazy place. Florida don't play. Florida is going to make sure that everyone involved, whether they pulled the trigger or not, and that's exactly what they said, is going to go to jail for life. They're not playing. They don't like this kind of thing happening, and they are going to end the violence. And it's kind of just all goes to show, gangbanging has really, two outcomes. You're going to go to prison or you're going to die. They threw their whole futures away. We're talking 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds. If that's worth it and this petty beef, something that you guys could have let die and just, have moved on, then I guess they won. But ultimately, I don't think there were any winners in this situation. Another scary thing is they did mention ATK. Young and Ace, the leader of ATK, or alleged leader, they're saying it's a record label. Florida says it's a gang. Who you want to believe, that's up to you, the viewer. He's been on record, on Off the Record for DJ Academics. That's a little podcast thing he does. And he says he can't have bulletproof vehicles, he can't have security, and he can't wear a bulletproof vest in Florida. Now, one of those things, standard, right? If you are a convicted felon and you've been charged with a felony and went through the process and you were found guilty, you are not allowed to wear a bulletproof vest, and that's pretty standard. I don't know why that is, but it just is that way. Two things I do think is weird, and it just makes it seem a little personal on Florida's side. The bulletproof vehicle, to my understanding and knowledge of the law, I don't know anywhere that you're not allowed to have a bulletproof vehicle if you're a felon, and so that seems a little odd. And the security thing also seems odd, because if you have security, you would figure that means you don't have the gun, but someone else can protect you. I don't know, seems weird. They also did release and say they are watching him, and there is always someone watching Young and Ace while he is in town in Florida, and that none of his movements go unnoticed. That means they're watching music videos, they're watching podcast clips, Instagram lives, everything like that. So there is a very big magnifying glass on him, and I think that the audience, the hip-hop world as whole, is kind of thinking that he did have something to do with this, and I think it's looking a little scary for him. I do believe that a RICO is coming very soon, whether it will be a state or federal RICO. It is to be seen, but I do think that one is coming, and I do think that he should play his cards right and, try to distance himself from this kind of behavior as best as possible. But let us know down in the comments what you all think. Do you think a RICO is coming? Do you think that Young and Ace had anything to do with it? Do you think that the Jacksonville police wasn't playing around when they brought the grenade launcher to bring that fool out of the house? Let us know all that down in the comments below. With that being said, I'm Rugburn, and this is Tombstone Tourist.